Hey guys, Craig with JS Racing Products. Kind of got some good news for you today. I just wanted to do a short video, let you see what's up. So up until now, you know, all of my cars have been swap cars, and you know, I have quite a few customers and clients out there that do these trucks. I've never personally owned a truck, so I've picked up a truck. It's a 2004 2500 HD. It's been debadged. Currently, it's lowered 3 inches, almost 4 inches in the rear with the shackle kit, and the front is cranked down. I have lowering keys on the way to bring the front down another 2 to 3 inches. As you see, the front sits just a little higher still, but it's definitely way lower than the factory setting was for the 2500. So what we got here is an 04. Pulling the tune out of the ECU now so I can start working on a all motor tune for it first. We're going to do this in baby steps. First thing is going to be to modify the factory tune. This is a 6-liter with a 4LEDE. So the first thing I'm going to do is do a little hot tune for the basic stock configuration. It has a K&N cold air intake system, but other than that, it's bone stock. This motor should be the good rod motor, so we have potential to go with some pretty high power. And the 4LEDE, we'll be getting a Transgo correction kit. The truck's in really good shape. It was a one owner. Guy bought it brand new off the showroom floor or dealer lot, whatever you want to call it. The only thing wrong with it is this little hole in the seat right here where he got in and out all the time and rubbed. Other than that, it's mint condition. The odometer says 300,000 miles. It was this guy's work truck. He basically bought this thing brand spanking new, slapped a box in the back, and took the tailgate off. The tailgate was taken off from the 0 miles on it, put into a box, and he had a box on the back here that he kept all of his work equipment in. So other than the scratches you see along the side, this pad protected the bed. The bed's brand new underneath. Tailgate's brand spanking new. Never even been stepped on, I don't think. I stuck it back on, and of course we did the roll pan conversion. My buddy stuck the roll pan on it, got rid of the bumper, and a hideaway hitch where we used a flip license plate off of an old Chevy Malibu to flip it and hide that so you can do your towing. Got a couple little dings and scratches though that need to be addressed, but nothing major. Like I said, she's in really good shape. I'm looking forward to it. I believe the rear gear ratio is 411s from what the or 410s from what the sticker in the glove box says. So the plan for that is I've ordered new tires and rims. I didn't actually buy these tires and rims with the truck. They're going back to the previous owner. He wanted them, and I don't, because I think they're ugly. So I've ordered a set of rims off of eBay, dealer takeoffs. They're off of a Dodge, but the same bolt pattern, the 8 lug. And they're 20-inch, and they're 285s instead of 245s. These are pretty skinny. And the new tires and rims will also be just about 2 inches taller, which will help knock that rear end ratio down to about the effective ratio of a 370. Still a little tall for a turbo setup, because that is the plan with this, as you probably guessed. That log manifold I built is going on it. And I'm probably going to do one of my 88mm turbos, a single 88. First rendition will be just to show you guys how to do a basic install. You know, the manifold, turbo, fuel pump, injectors, and tune, and we'll leave everything else stock. We'll see how she runs. Then we'll do something like a cam swap, and then maybe even swap the heads to some 799s that I have. You take off these lower compression ones, 317s. So that's where we stand. This is going to be it's going to be called the parts truck. I actually plan on even getting a magnetic sticker or magnetic plaque for both doors, and it's going to be the parts truck. So stay tuned for some exciting things for the JS Racing Products parts truck. Today I will probably work on the all motor tune for it, maybe even post up some results for that, and add that tune to my collection on my website for people who may be interested in one. Alright guys, stay tuned. Alright guys, part 2, I'm back. Went out and did a bunch of passes today with the car. Made some, actually made a couple little tune files. Just kind of be able to clarify the changes. I started off with just doing transmission upgrades first. And let's kind of go over with you what we found out. This truck went like 16.5 at just right around 86 mile an hour stock. By doing the tranny mods and a couple of slight mods to the torque management and the actual engine config itself, I was able to lower that down to a 16.3, almost tenth and 3/4 actually, just by not touching the timing or the fueling or anything at all in that area. Then we went ahead and started messing around with the actual tune itself. I didn't have a wideband installed, so I left the fueling alone. Just pretty much tweaked with the timing tables and a little bit more of the torque management on the engine side of the system. And by doing that, I was able to get a best out of it at a 16.2 at 89. So it dropped from a 16.5 to a 16.2, so that's 3/10, and went from 86 to 89, so that's the 3 mile an hour. And I didn't even touch the fueling yet. I'd have to put a wideband on it. And honestly, I don't feel like it's even worth doing because I'm going to be turboing this pretty soon, and then I'll be putting the wideband sensor in that downpipe. So I really don't feel like going through the hassle of putting a wideband in the stock piping just to see what it'll gain. The good news is it's probably actually a 16 flat or a 15.9 truck now. The reason I say that is when we started out with it doing the 16.5s, you could pretty much stab it from idle. And by the way, all these passes were done idle, stabbing it. Nothing was, no stall converter stalled up, nothing like that. Just stabbing it from idle and going. It would barely spin the tires. It would kind of go just a little bark and off you'd go. As we kept making changes and changes, it started to spin the tires more and more. And now where she sits now is it actually will come off the line kind of like. So these tires are junk. They're just a skinny 245 stockers with no type of good tread or anything as far as compound goes. So a better set of tires on this thing, and stalling it up off the line, actually be able to get that 60 foot down. She's definitely a 15-second truck now. Probably, like I said, I hit 89 mile an hour, so with stalling up a little bit, she's probably reaching to the low 90s, which isn't bad. So that tune I'm going to actually save. The downside to adding a little timing is now instead of running 87 octane in it, or 88 octane, which is the lowest you can get usually around here, 87, 88, now it's 89, 91. I'll probably end up just running a 93 in it because once I boost it, that's what I'll run anyway. So by adding timing, you kind of lose the ability to run the lowest octane fuel, but you can run the mid stuff or the high stuff, and it's up to you. So not a lot of power gain left on the table stock. These trucks are really heavy, 5,000 pound truck. So not a whole lot of power gain there for us. But, it only took me a few hours, and I dropped her down somewhat and gained some mile an hour, so she's peppier. I'll actually put this tune available as well. If anybody ever gets a hold of me and says, hey, I'd like to have a tune like that for my truck, even though it's all motor, I never plan on a boost. I'll have it available for guys that feel like purchasing it if they want to. Anyway, guys, that's it. The next steps you're going to see from me with this truck will be exciting because, well, besides the suspension that I'm going to do and the tires and rim changes and some paint work, whatever, because the roll pan on the back's not painted yet. The next thing will be actually starting the turbo kit. The first step will be one of my 88mm kits, that log that you saw me build, and intercooled injectors and a fuel pump and then a tune, and of course make it a 3-bar GM map sensor as well, and we're going to delete the mass airflow meter, and we'll have this puppy running pretty good. Just at that point, I can tell you that right off the bat, she's going to be peppy. And we'll unfortunately it's winter time here. The snow hasn't flown yet, and it's not quite, we're in November, but there are no tracks open, so you won't be getting any track time out of me until spring. So she'll stay like that all winter. Possibly, if weather permits it, I might even get her onto a dyno between now and spring just to get some dyno numbers. But really, to be honest with you guys, you're not going to see a bunch more about it until, you know, springtime, unfortunately. So that's sad news, I know. Also have a couple other projects I'll be tinkering with, so videos will still come out. But yep, that's where we stand, boys and girls. Dropped her down from a 16.5 to a 16.2 just with some mild street tuning. So talk to you guys later.